All right, so we just watched...
No. For the record...
Civil War.
Yes.
How would you rate it?
No, you already lost this battle.
Okay, well, if I'm going first, I'm going to break down without interruption as I assess this movie. May I?
By all means.
All right, so Civil War was supposed to be a controversial film about stuff happening with people in the Civil War. You never know who's against who. Spoiler alert, by the way, right? You're getting spoilers. It's neat to see a Republican-like film, right? It's a conservative film, not Republican. It's a very conservative film, right?
Why did you say that? Go on.
Because it was like, kill the foreigners. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a...
That dude was, yes.
So that's a conservative gonna win perspective. In that, there's always the Hollywood tropes. There's the magical Negro who's gonna die first, sacrificing for the crowd, which I called out.
Who was the magical Negro?
Freckle face, light skin nigga.
He didn't die till after the Asians.
He wasn't the main cast person. That's why. He's still the main person of the cast that died first. Which I called. Asians died, called that. Also, strong, crazy Asian that's like powerful, called that. The only black male figure I've seen in the first 5 minutes, you had to go first. You get all the smoke. Was like a 2-second clip, maybe less, of a very effeminate dark-skinned dude. And these are the tropes. There's no straight dark-skinned males in the future. They don't put it in Hollywood. It's totally a thing. There's always the magical Negro who sacrifices himself for some white people. You know what I'm saying? And this is like a motley crew of people. And they would say, where's the Asian? And all of a sudden we got 5 more Asians in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just letting you know there are the tropes that they counted off. What was it? They're the hipster Asian. It might be trans, but not because he's masculine, because he has a gun in his hand. Like, there is a variety of tropes here. There's a sexual tension between, the girl that shoots the camera and Dunsty. You know what I'm saying? There's a little sexual tension of lesbian.
There was not. Okay.
There's a white, support. The first the first person we saw actually die on camera was a black man. You know what I'm saying? Saved by an Asian. Okay? Call that. Remember, he was around the corner saying, "Help me!" His nigga's eyes was bucking.
Still waiting for your rating.
Hold on. You said no. This is all the smoke you get. All right, nigga's eyes was bucking. He was like, "Help, massa!" Like, he was begging the most. You gotta see between the lines. I've worked in film for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? So of these years that I've worked and been a connoisseur, 10,000 hours as a critique, I have the eye for this. You look at books. You be looking at like, oh, this word is a comma versus a paragraph and a sentence and some shit. That's what you be on. You be on literary, like looking file cabinet 42 kind of shit. I be on visual thing. Now you can go.
You didn't give your rating.
It was okay.
Number.
I give it a 7.5.
I give it a 7. Okay. So, first of all, we agreed that most of the cast was racially ambiguous.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Where were your Jews? There were no Jews. So if you're casting this rainbow of tropes that you're trying to cast, which I don't think existed.
Oh, they were definitely there.
There were some stereotypical sequences.
You don't really see Jews with guns.
No, that would have helped in World War II.
You don't really see them like that. I mean, that's not the most believable thing unless it's Israel or some shit.
Anywho.
Black lady died for the president. Also that too. You know what I'm saying? More coonery.
But the black lady killed the president.
A lesbian black lady.
You don't know that she was lesbian.
And right after the black on black crime. So the black lady killed the other black lady. Black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? Who was caping for the white man. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
Was it? What? Maybe she was a Texan.
This is in D.C.
Okay, there were things that I had trouble with. Why would Texas and California align themselves? Now, I realize that you are from Texas and I am from California. We're working on you. It's fine. That was a little disbelievable. And then they had the whole flag with the 2 stars and the stripes. Like, come on now. That was kind of cheesy.
Snake eyes for the serpents.
Okay. There was not a lesbian relationship between Kirsten Dunst and the kid. No, there was not. It was the matriarch guiding the fledgling. That's what that was.
Traveling pants.
You are.
It's traveling pants.
Really, you're making the analogy of the sisterhood of the traveling pants. Which, by the way, going back to books, the trouble with you all in film is that you will never capture the essence of a book ever, because the imagery that you get from reading a book,
you have the privilege
will always be
of
unique.
imagination. You have the privilege of imagination.
Yes.
I have the filter of film to read between the lines. Apparently. I mean, you have the luxury not to see them.
I don't know that it's a
luxury. You have
the
luxury to go with the crowd and get lost in the sauce. You're Team Drake. You're the Team Drake kind of person.
Oh, never. You want to see these paws? I'll tell you. Come on now. Shit. Kenny Ken from day one. Don't even try in front. Anyway, so there were definitely tropes. For an A24 film, it was a little disappointing.
CGI was kind of
although, yeah, and I did like the use of color. I thought that was great.
Good coloring.
There was that one image with the flag that was blurred out in the background and the green leaves that had the red tinge to it. That was very poetic, yes. So there were some moments, but yeah, I'd give it a 7 just because there was no premise for why the Western forces had aligned to then go to Washington, D.C. and try and take over the United States, which were no longer united.
They never showed the enemy at all, so it's creative.
But they did show the enemy.
They never said who was versus who. They never said.
And this is why I don't understand why you thought it was conservative, because it was an uprising of peoples from the country. It was not government. It was not military. It was uprising of peoples against the government. It was against the president of the United States.
That's ambiguous strokes.
Granted, we don't have any definitive lines for why this happened. We do know that people were looking for water. We do know that people were living in tents. We do know that the state of America had fallen, and I hate to say America because it's not America, it's the United States. The state of the United States had completely fallen into, we'll say Los Angeles in 2020. But yeah, it was obviously a outrage of something, but they didn't ever put a pinpoint on it, and I don't like non-defined terms of revolution.
You gotta read between the lines.
And then, like, why were the Maoists of Michigan or whatever the fuck that was?
Asians
why are we doing this?
that read between the lines.
Why? So, that's this, yes. The average of these, my dad would say.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all 5 then. But so of that, yeah, the black lady died for the president.
I don't care about that.
Black on black crime.
Yes, trope drop.
And honestly, the 7.5 might go down to 6.5. I'm not sure if I appreciate the tropes, or because I can just see them. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm like, am I giving it too much props because I know the tropes? So it's an undulating 6, 7.
It was a little predictable in parts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was neat. It kept you going. It had and it's creative for its time. It's original script. It's original script.
I don't know that it was that original.
I mean, I haven't seen that kind of film before. I haven't seen nothing of that nature before of a president. It's neat how they kept everything Vegas. Like, you never saw the thing in fucking
what? Vegas.
Vague, the building.
Vegas. Oh, not Vegas, the city.
Like how in Blair Witch never saw the witch. Like, you never see what they're talking about. So that's creative point of like masking.
Wait, who did we never see?
You never saw the witch in Blair Witch.
We're not talking about Blair Witch. What did we see in this movie?
You never saw who the enemy was. You never saw the
enemy was the president. What do you mean?
President versus whom? They didn't say who had caused the war. Was the angles of the war?
That was my point. That's why I gave it a 7.
That's why I'm giving undulating 7.5. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely some lazy writing. Like, the blocking was off with some shots. You can tell with CGI sets, like, motherfucker, is just so normal for these days, and that's totally a thing.
Yeah, I'm a little over CGI.
I mean, all the sets are CGI. Like,
it makes sense with like sci-fi movies, but
yeah.
Okay, so we go back to like if we have a non-CGI movie, what's the last non-CGI movie we saw? Oh, not Killers of the Flower Moon?
I mean, there's CGI in that, but it's not
like
a lot.
More than Oppenheimer? Less than Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer had none, they said. That's what they said. That was a trope.
That might be a different video. Anyway, I think it was worth a watch for sure.
It's worth a watch. I
think
have a good
that
time.
We'll definitely be there in 20 years.
Speak for yourself. I'll be king of the planet. I don't know about you, but
king of the planet.
I mean, you can be queen if you play your cards right. But that is the review of Civil War.
It's funny you think you'd be in charge, but anyway. Yes. It's a 7.
It's a 7. 7.5.
Kirsten Dunst looks haggard as fuck. Don't know any of the other people. Well, no, the guy who played Sammy.
I wanted that girl to die so badly.
Who, the newbie?
Yeah, the little newbie chick.
Why?
Just because I just wanted to break the trope. I just knew she was surviving.
Come on, no. You're the one that was like, trope this, trope that.
I know, so just to break it, just for a curveball. But I was hoping that you just want some people to die. You just feel good to die or whatever. So of that.
You just wanted the white lady to die. I see how it is.
I wanted the ambiguous, she might have been partially Now if you think about it, hold up.
No.
Now, hold up. Let's look up the supporting cast, main character, youngest one. And you guys on the internet, go to the comments and let us know what complexion is she coming from.
Racially ambiguous. Many racially ambiguous. Except, you know who's good?
At least half. She is more than a
the
Marley.
Dude that was in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, the white supremacist.
Don't know his name. Yes, the white supremacist.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I feel bad for him. He's kind of typecast.
Conservative view. He has a conservative typecast. You know what I mean? Him and like.
He is Whitey McWhiterson, so
he's a Chad Brad kind of type. But
it's more like a.
I'm sure the person died off the
kind of person.
Sure, the female person does not Dunst dotted off the checklist of inclusion that is Khazarian. I'm pretty sure.
What's Khazarian?
That's those internet that know what that means.
Oh, the internet knows. I'm a Luddite.
Luddite. Full circle. Full circle. That's all you guys get. That's all you guys get. All right, pause. Dose.